What's up, Trios Tribe? It's been another weekend. It's been another CoreTCG May online regional hosted by DigiPanda and myself. That was as facetious as that sounds. It was fun. I love commentating. It's the reason I started the channel. So getting to commentate any chance I get to commentate, I'm very appreciative, and I love every minute of it. And I hope you guys enjoy our content as we put it out there for you guys to just be able to do this stuff. I mean, it's a great privilege and a great honor, and I always try to do it. That being said, we are getting painfully close to a new set. This format has been very dragged out. I'm getting very sick of it, and I'm sure most people are. I don't think that's like anything weird to say. Is that like it's been since March, man. I was looking through the data. I'm like, I've been doing this since March, just on BT15. It'll be so exciting. It'll be so exciting to experience Risu to Squirrel in a different format. How about that? Like, that just sounds way cooler. Anyway, Deva took it. Deva took, I'm gonna say it 4 times, and I actually connect a sentence eventually. But yeah, Deva took first place, and once again we're seeing a smorgasbord of decks that like are just doing well in this format. The biggest star of this, the biggest overperformer of this of these results here is Vaccine going from a deck we maybe saw one of to a total of 3 whole lists topping Vaccine. I think people are just discovering like the proper option to Digimon ratio plus Tamer. I think that's something that Vaccine struggled with a lot, and then just really discovering that Revelation of Light is a very strong card for the lists in general. So no, it's interesting to see, and it's great to see even. That being said, we are the biggest star was probably I would say Lychee Digipandas, James Hernandez on Alphamon being our true second place, I like to call it. They were undefeated until the final round along with Deva's. We had a Deva versus Alphamon finals, which is kind of that's unheard of, period. Like, Deva's has been a good deck, but it's not been a deck that absolutely wins a tournament. Like, no one has their money on Deva to win, for example. I think most people are either on Numemon typically or Mirage, like if you're taking bets. And then another key, there's just like a Royal Knight like brotherhood going on. Like, we got Ulforce, we got Jesmon. I mean, again, man, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 like every list, I feel like every report I've done for you guys, it's been 11 decks topping it, and it's always a different, like, it's never the same pie chart, and that's sick. That's so dope. I can't express how sick that is. Yeah, let's go into the list. You guys know how I like to do it. I try to go through all 16 and give everybody at least a minute or two, and we put all the same decks together. So let's just move on before the video gets way too long. Armor, we're gonna go with our 15th place armor list. Wait, oh my god, this isn't armor. Did I write? It's Ulforce. Okay, we wrote it right. Oh my god, it's Ulforce. All right, Ulforce. Not a deck I saw coming, but taking advantage of the new Numemon card that we have in the starter deck from the Bunny starter deck, and it's a good card, and it's a good card, and we're seeing like just the good Digimon stuff in general. We're seeing the one mostly predominantly all the BT11 stuff. We're maxing out on almost everything from that set, including the Renas. Renas are unfortunately expensive for a deck that's not performing as well as it does, but it's got some interesting techs here. We got the Joe is really interesting, and the Matt and Sora is something I used to play in even red and blue hybrid is a card I've really liked. We're not even playing it for a red source. We're just saying it's an extra way to bounce, a level 3. It's another way to extend memory. Sometimes it can give us just like extra memory. And then on top of that, we're playing another Sora, the Sora and Joe, the blue hybrid, blue stun stripping nightmare that this card was back in the day. Yeah. And Ulforce is a deck that doesn't really source strip a lot, but like when you include the Joe, you include the new Numemon, you include the fact that you're gonna bounce most things with sources anyway. Death Xmon, you're always gonna play one Death X, and then like, yeah, we're just playing the good rookies. This Vmon from the star deck, I would love to know if you've ever been able to pull it during the tournament, Mr. Derek. This is Life with Derek. That was a fun show. The Vmon from the starter deck, how often did you use the Your Turn effect? I mean, the draw is obviously good. Like, keep your hand full, get yourself to 8 as quickly as possible, but like, most importantly, How often did you use the ability to warp from rookie to level 6? That's what has me the most curious right now. Yeah, other than that, it's nothing too crazy. Only one Ulforce X, and then like no blitz or anything fancy on the top end. Oh, Joe, we're also playing Davis, not Joe. We're playing Davis, the promo Davis, to allow us to play VMons from our hand and then just kind of push more memory. So we're really focusing on just having more memory on our turn with a lot of these tamers. It's pretty cool. Even Joe and plus Numemon can Joe plus Loogamon can like make you have a 1-cost hybrid that I imagine has tripped people up from time to time. I could see that happening. That's actually really interesting as well. That's a really interesting list, Ulforce, and then we're playing one Loogamon because of course we're playing one Loogamon. Yeah, next list, Jesmon. Jesmon also got to top this format or this oh my god, this tournament. Yeah. I'm trying to see if I pick out. This is just the generic Jesmon. I hate to say generic. I mean, notably, we're not playing a normal Jesmon in this list. We're playing just all Genkumon X and playing Jesmon X antibody, and then GX is our top end. We're skipping the traditional level 6 entirely, and it kind of makes sense considering that the Jesmon GX digivolves for 3, where most of the X versions digivolve for a little more but then have that cheaper cost. So we could just use this as our normal level 6, and oftentimes we saw we actually followed a Jesmon player too. It might have been this player, and they would just digivolve into Genkumon as a defensive play, and then go into GX right after in the following turn, and playing the Smorgasbord of Sisters, not even playing we are playing the old man card, 4 of the Saber Huckmon. It's just a good card. Really low on the champion count, and also we saw Jesmon brick to not seeing rookies, and I'm seeing why. We're only playing 8 rookies, and homie, we're not Loogamon. We can't just do that, but it is funny to see. And playing almost every single sister. I think we're missing one sister. I think there's a sister in a set somewhere. We're playing both starter deck sisters, both set 6 sisters. Set 6 sisters, and then there's one more sister somewhere else, but we're not playing that one out at all. Crimson Blaze is a good card. Red, it's a relevant card, and we're playing Digimon. We're playing the BT12 Digimon. Your turn, add 1k to the maximum DP you can choose with your DP deletion effects. That's interesting. Is there? Oh, so we can delete 6Ks with Bauhug. First and foremost, deleting 6Ks with Bauhugman is huge. And then after that, I don't think we have anything crazy. I think it's mostly that, right? Yeah, it's mostly that. That is our biggest DP deleting ability that I can see, but it's probably the most important and most relevant one anyway. Yeah, Jesmon. I didn't think Jesmon would top this format. Next set, we might see some Jesmon stopping, but this set, I don't think anyone had money on that. Red Hybrid, a little bit of fall from grace from the previous week, going from winning the entire tournament to, just 11th. Only a single one made it to 11th, and there's not a lot we could say about Red Hybrid. Actually choosing to cut down an Ukamon to up a Flamemon, playing Bokomon, playing 11 champions is still like the normal we've been seeing. No backup level 5, which I always feel like is a mistake, but I see more people top without the backup level 5 than with, so I'm probably just wrong. 3 Atomic Infernos, 3 Crimson Blazes, so we're a little heavier than like the standard 2-2-2 split that we often see. Only one Omnimon Blitz, probably bottom deck set most of the time, or doesn't see it. Usually you don't need it in Red Hybrid. It's just like an insurance policy. It was the same thing when I played Blue Hybrid. And then yeah, for 4 and 4 of our tamer split, Red Hybrid has just been a list that we've gone over and over. Actually making an interesting choice with the Digimon here as well from the Jesmon, not taking notes from the Jesmon players, just the deck we saw before. And that lets us, that just lets us delete 1 or 2 things. I mean, might let us get over something we might not have been able to do with our Emperor Greymon or even Burning Greymon over here. If we're just lets us get that 1 extra K, maybe sometimes. Yeah, especially here, it'll let you delete a 7K if you don't have the tamer underneath, because the tamer underneath is part of the thing that allows Emperor Greymon to delete as heavily as it does. But yeah, it's a good list. Grats on 11th. Next list, vaccines. So we're going to start doing the vaccines, all 3 of them, and you're going to see a lot of similarities in them, but there are some uniqueness to them. So we're playing Tax Control Kari, which is a card I've kind of gone on record saying that we probably need to do something about this card eventually, but not now. It's not oppressive, but I can see the future being not great for this card. Same with the Patamon. A lot of people are starting to talk about how Patamon probably is just a little too good. If you're looking at this list right now, I mean, you're supposed to be able to Digivolve into Rapidmon for 4 unless you're a Terriermon, right? So Patamon being able to go into give you 4 memory essentially for free at the start of your turn is kind of nuts. And then if you have TK already established on board, or Kairi, or this Kairi, it's just another easy trigger. It's just, this Patamon is doing so much, and it's going to refund 1 memory as well. So assuming you don't have any tamer on the board, just promoting Patamon and the Rapidmon being in security is a 5 memory swing of just value. And that is powerful. That is really, really good. After that, nothing crazy. We started seeing more adoption of, you know, the Numemon stuff as it came out in BT15. Godemon's great. Barrier is very underrated mechanic, and I think it's starting to show. People are starting to really like that mechanic. Revelation of Light being at 4, Shine Greymon Ruin Mode being a top end, and then Bancho Leomon is an interesting card, allowing us to you can reduce the play cost when Digivolving suspend all turns once per turn. It's an on play when Digivolving. Sorry, the text is a little slippy, I guess. So suspend one of your opponent's Digimon all turns. When a Digimon becomes suspended, that you may have one of your opponent's Digimon get minus 4k and security attack until the end of their turn. So it's just a stall wall, allowing you to get just a little bit, survive the game a little bit longer, and to finally get your checks in. We saw Vaccine a few times over the day, and it did well. Yeah, let's go into the second one. This one playing the Bushi Agumon, still playing Mitamamon, so we're seeing a rise of Mitamamon in the vaccine list in general. No Ruin mode, but we are playing Quantumon and Merciful mode. Merciful mode has a lot of relevance across a lot of decks. A lot of decks kind of want something in trash, and Merciful mode just kind of shuts that out completely and almost wins you the game just for Digivolving into it. Kind of sick, kind of valuable. Seeing the similar tamer lineup as well as level 5s, Rapidmon, Patamon, and we're just playing Bushi Agumon instead of the Kudamon. Bushi Agumon, like with all the memory gains you have here, Bushi Agumon just being a way to get yourself rush off of Revelation of Light, and then Revelation of Light actually lets you, you play the you put Agumon in security somehow, right? And then you can Revelation of Light it out for 4. And then, you know, you think, oh, for 4, 5 rush, that's kind of weird. But like what Revelation also does is it is going to trigger all of your tamers. So you're not realistically actually playing this card for 4. So in essence, you're not playing Bushi Agumon for 4. It's a little more nuanced than that. And sometimes you do just generate enough memory off of your tamers to just Bushi Agumon for game. So I like the theory, the deck theory behind that. It makes sense. It took me a while to warm up to it and talk. I had to talk about it to a few people to figure it out, but I got there, and they also helped me in the comments. You guys always help me in the comments learning the decks. Lately I have not been replying to the comments as much as I should. Just got a lot of stuff happening, man, and I do read every comment, or I make my wife read the comments to me, and yeah, that's where we're at with the comment section. I try to respond, but it's just not easy. And yeah, another very similar list. This is the highest placing vaccine list. Still on Mitama, so Rafi is just, this seems to be the staple, and people are just kind of trying to figure out what level 7 / alternative top end they're looking for. Actually playing the physical training one of is interesting, especially since you don't really care. Like, it seems like in Yellow Hybrid, you're not really caring about making your Digivolutions efficient. It's just all about stalling. The only thing you care is that the Patamon, off the back of Patamon, you've generated so much value as it is that you're fine with it. And let's read Salamon real quick. I didn't even read Salamon. Start your main phase. If you have 3 or more security cards, you may add the top card of your security stack to your hand. If you have 2 or fewer, you may place 1 level Digimon. Also, just another way to stack your security towards the later ends of the game. It's another way to get minus DP because it's kind of relevant. Once per turn, when a card is removed from your security stack, one of your opponent's Digimon gets minus 2k DP. And it's an interesting card for sure. I think it's all turns, so it's all that Patamon, the Salamon all turns is actually probably constantly relevant. Other than that, very similar list of the previous 2, except we're playing this adorable little Tokomon from 11. Oh, it's the oh, what is this? This is the Mastamon Tokomon. Your turn. Once per turn, when you play Digimon with the Angel, Archangel, Fallen Angel trait, draw one card. I guess with a lot of the Revelation of Light stuff and things, we are actually playing from our... It's not play by effect. Oh, so you can hard play your aces and just draw a card. Oh, that's good. I like that. That's interesting. Yeah, because sometimes aces reduces your hand size, and that kind of blows, but... Yeah, no, vaccine overperformed. I would say overperformed for this tournament. I don't think anyone was expecting 3 to top, but this is the first time we've seen it. So yeah, congrats to every vaccine player out there. Armor, we only got a single armorless topping, just off the back of Magnamon starter deck from the bunny deck. This Magnamon is just doing a lot. A lot of players are switching their playstyle to just trying to make sure they establish a Vmon on board just in case this Magnamon is in security, because this Magnamon being in security kind of changes the entire game state for them, as well as like the actually unironically pairs with the BT15 Magnamon really well, because this Magnamon also has another way. This Magnamon gets around DP reduction, which is the original Magnamon doesn't. And the reason is, we'll just follow it. All turns, when this Digimon would leave the battle area, which bouncing anything, which huge, draw one, then you may play one Vmon from your hand or from this Digimon Digivolution cards without paying its cost, which is huge. You have to either play one from hand or from just the one you had, and that allows you to play more of these searcher ones, get more value because it's just on play is good, and then it leaves a Vmon on board for this Magnamon, and it plays it's essentially a new Digimon on board, so you dodge DP reduction, which is one of your weaknesses. It dodges DP reduction and bouncing, which are your 2 weaknesses when it comes to armor. So crazy good card. And then we're seeing a lot of the normal stuff. Death X, I was on stream multiple times saying that this deck has room to play up to 4 Death X if you want, so you might as well we'll send it. And this guy played 2, but it's in the deck, and you have to be ready for it because they are going to clap back with you with this thing. Nuts. Heaven's Judgment, because we can potentially we always have 1, 2, 3, 4 colors available, 5 colors available to us, which is nuts. And then Loogamon is just allowing a lot of aggression. A lot of these more lower to the floor decks do well. A lot of Loogamon shines when it comes to these champion rush-esque decks more than it does anything else. You see it in red hybrid, you see it in armor, and I don't think it's a card that's going to go away anytime soon. So get used to it, get your copies if you're really looking to diversify your decks and make them more aggressive. Mirage, 16th place. Fall from Grace this time. Only 2 Mirages, I believe, topped, but Mirage is becoming a list that's really been solved. The most we see change up is typically in the rookie. So let's take a look. We got 16th place here, and we got 6th place here. And yeah, we see some change, not only playing one of the Mirage Galgamon from BT13, where the 6th place is playing 2, and then almost every other ratio seems the same. 3-4 split, 3-3 split of the Tamers has been beyond normal. 3-4 split on the boost as well. So I think there's another change here with the champions. Oh no, we're not playing Numemon at all in our 6th place list where we are here. So instead, we're not playing Gomamon. We chose to update. You see where I'm getting at. A lot of the changes really come in with these rookies. Not playing Loogamon was unexpected for me, but I mean they pulled it off. Oh, playing the Arrow Vidramon is another big choice point for them, and 4 Pseudomon Ace on this list. Yeah, those are the big things standing out to me at this point. We've been playing this deck has been around since March. It's going to change next set. I wish I had more to say, but yeah, there's a lot of nuances here for the rookies, and you constantly see it in every Mirage deck. So when you're looking at a Mirage deck, note that. Are you going to do Arrow Vidramon? And the Pseudomon Ace, the amount of the Pseudomon Ace count is just something that's constantly in flux. And then they're both playing only 3 Digibubbles, which, yikes, that sounds scary. Maybe I uploaded these wrong, but they are both only on 3 Digibubbles, which sounds so reckless. But yeah, I mean, they did well, obviously, so congrats on Omnimon. 6th place gets you an Omnimon for these. These are regionals. And everyone here obviously gets their invites. Loogamon, oh, I love talking about Loogamon. Loogamon is one of my favorite decks in the format. Every time it's on stream, you know that I'm probably talking way too much, and I probably shove my co-commentator down a little too much, trying to just keep yapping about this deck. But interesting enough, we're favoring the red Loogamon here, and playing 2 black Gatomon Uber is kind of like, we're just pushing the envelope here, really, is how I'm going to describe it. 2 purple memory boosts instead of missed memory boosts. So I guess this actually makes sense if you're going to focus way more on the purple red Loogamon. The purple red Loogamon actually lets you set up your trash way more than any of the other stuff does, or like the original one. And that's like a key reason to be playing this one. But it's hard to get, because you get it when it's digivolving and when attacking, but it's hard to, sometimes it's just hard to have the memory to get it all to work. But I mean, if it obviously worked, I just find it hard, like, not missing out on the win attacking of Soul Loogamon hurts a lot. So sometimes the win digivolving, trash one, draw one, trash one, draw one is just worth it. Plus the 2k makes your Hell Loogamon, your cool Hell Loogamon plays that much safer, because you're actually, if you get win digivolving and win attacking, you're attacking for 13k with Hell Loogamon for end security. And sometimes you could do it for two checks at 14 or something, worst case scenario. But that's so strong. It ends up being so strong for the deck. If you can pull that off, you're usually winning. But yeah, 5th place Loogamon. We're always seeing at least one Loogamon top, and I can't complain. It's a good list. Why is there already 7 views? I made these like 8 minutes ago. How is, man, people like pestering me, man. Oh my god. Anyway, set control tops again. I'm not gonna go too deep on it this time. Congrats on 4th place. Security control. We're actually playing the Avenged Kidmon Lament of Friendship loop, and then beyond that, we're actually playing a Zulongmon to go with our Magnamon Ace. I guess this is a spiel I'll always run. I think this Magna Angemon is problematic and should get pushed out into a ban list or a limited list or something. Unrestricted healing is just in the long run not going to be great for us. If the longer the game goes, the more health size we get, is kind of what I'm getting at. But other than that, playing X Program is really cool. Like, how do we even get, Digimon Emperor gives us access to X Program. That's hilarious. I like that. Only 5 rookies is kind of wild. I feel like personally, if I were to create security control, I would probably be on the Harrismon just so I can have a rookie consistency. But yeah, this guy didn't need it. Gallantmon's becoming a mainstay in the deck. Shadow Serapimon is a hellish nightmare to play against if you don't have solid removal. Honestly, a Zulongmon is hilarious, especially if it's on top of Magna Angemon. If I get rid of this thing, I'm so happy. Oh, I'm so happy if that happens. But anyway, security control, 4th place, grats. Not much more to say. I really like. It's hard to talk about security control. Alphamon, the big star of, I would say, came out as the star of our top 16. Definitely, in our finals, the true 2nd place. Really cool. Doru Greymon, and off the back of Doru Greymon's, like, the protection effect allows your stack to just endure a lot of what your opponent is available. And we saw off the back of Oryumon, we were doing a lot. Oryumon doing a lot for keeping us safe, and not just keeping us safe, but like allowing us to just stay in the game for longer than we really should have against Devas. It felt like it was really cool to see. One ultimate flare. It's interesting that this was what we chose for our security bomb. I wonder why ultimate flare. Are we afraid of, I guess, armor we could be afraid of. This doesn't get around Loogamon. Numemon, most of them are pleat. So this is our answer to Numemon. Oh, okay. We played this over something like Iron Fisted Onslaught because of Numemon. All right, I like that. That's cool. I can respect that. Final Zubagon Punch, we saw this get used over and over again. Giving your Digimon, it's really easy for this deck to get your base DP to 13. So then now you can have, you get blocker, reboot, a security attack +1. Suddenly your stack has everything you've ever wanted it to have. So gross, just busted. Yeah, no, the ratios are interesting to me. Just playing a toolbox. The thing that stood out to me though is we're not playing any Yugis, and I feel like personally Yugi does allow a lot for the deck, but compared to Cool Boy, I can see that Cool Boy, when you play it, gets you back a card, and then when you digivolve into any of your Dexteruga stuff, you get a card from that as well, and a memory, whereas Yugi, you would only get the memory if you promote, and I can see why that's antithetical to what we're trying to do sometimes, because oftentimes, if we promote Alphamon or a stack and get it to Alphamon, it's sticking for a turn. So we have the potential to get a second proc out of Cool Boy, but I guess it just depends. It really just depends. Maybe Yugi, but Yugi's when attacking effect is so good. I don't know. That's the thing that sticks out to me. No Yugi sticks out to me a lot in my mind right now. But they did it. 3rd place, Alphamon. I don't think anyone saw this coming, so congrats to them. Where are all these views coming from, bro? What in the world? Numemon, purple base Numemon, outshine. Oh, this is Tyler. Oh, we have 3 Numemons to go through. Tyler finally winning. Tyler Sear from GFG finally getting their. Oh, this is a little facetious. I'm not trying to be mean. He's been working on trying to get his invite. Finally gets it, I believe. I believe this is his first invite of the season, so he must be so stoked. Maybe he's gotten it bubbled down to him before, but probably I don't know. Anyway, I'm just gonna pretend that this is breaking news that Tyler Sear has gotten his invite through this event, and this is his list. Him and Dan Vang have been not pioneering, but like have been on Numemon, Garamon, Monzamon lists since it broke ground in our format. And they've been pioneering. I will say they've been championing the purple base, and the Ignitemon is sick. We saw that I think a tournament or 2 ago, and Ignitemon in this deck goes hard, like really hard. Like Ignitemon by himself, to me, starts justifying the entire purple base on his own. The things that Ignitemon can do is hilarious. Oh my god, so good. Just being able to proc your own Platinum Numemon sounds hilarious. Proc your own defeat, hilarious. Oh my god, this Ignite goes hard. Ignite goes hard. We got 2 more Numemons. Black base being purple base. I'm gonna say it now. Wait, oh, did I not get the Digibubbles on this one? Oh man, I misuploaded this. Well, no Digibubbles, but I'm sure it's just Sunomon, black from Alternative Being. And then an additional bubble. I'll try to remember to fix this, but no Digibubbles on this one, my bad. But yeah, it's just traditional black base, notably only playing 1 Waromonzamon instead of 2, which is the standard. Playing the Garamon. What? I love the art on this one, so I call it the Claw Garamon, but not everyone plays it. By trashing 1 card with on deletion, by trashing 1 card with Nume or Sukamon in its name in your hand, one of your opponent's Digimon gains -2. Wow, we saw this card get used quite a lot and actually stopped Mirage from like playing the game a lot. This card actually went harder than people think. When attacking one of your opponent's Digimon, and you get to loop the security attack -1 if you're. Oh my goodness, that's so good. That's so good. Oh man. After that, it's kind of your standard Numemon list. I can't say too much. We're actually on the Floodgate, not playing Agu X, and no Satsuki. Hopefully I imported this correctly. No Satsuki whatsoever. Oh, we're not on the Digipolice package at all on this list. Wow, this is why I give everybody their time, you know, like, because at first I was like, oh, it's just a normal Numemon, but like, there's no Digipolice, and that is like the most standard of standard things. Oh, that's crazy. We just have a higher top, or maybe we're facilitating more of this top end with Venusmon. That's got to be where the numbers are going. And then we have Room for Heaven's Judgment now, which is just a good card. We have access to 1, 2, 3, 4 colors. Not bad. Yeah. Grants on 8th. That's an Omnimon. And then our second place, our second place after standings, Numemon. Yeah, actually on the here we're back to basics with Sunomon, Tokomon, Agumon with the Agumon X. I really love Agumon X in this list. I mean, I get shocked when people don't play it. Black base, part of your thing is consistency, and Agumon X is just like so good for you. You just have something to find at every level except for 6, but like, does it really matter? But yeah, we're actually on 3 and 2 of the Satsuki Numemon Digipolice package. Ruin mode, Merciful mode is ace. 1 proto form, only 1 Lu is interesting. I feel like 2 Lu, and then actually on the Chimera mode, we're just on a good package in general. Like, these are just some the best of a lot of black base Numemon we've seen is just all here. And like, just not the thing is, we sacrifice playing Chikurimon, but I think I've said a few times, like, what is Chikurimon really stopping right nowadays? And it's not a lot. Not a lot is reducing play cost right now, so you can get away with not playing Chikurimon, I feel, unless you somehow run into Anubismon again. Yeah, and so for our champion, Devas, congrats, first place Devas. What can I pull from this list? Not playing any of those blue losers, no dragon, no tiger, playing 4 Zulong, and then after, the thing, actually, now I think about it, Blinding Ray. We saw this in the finals, and this is probably the most unique thing about this list, was the fact that they're on Blinding Ray at all. I wonder to myself, what makes blind, and we're not playing Bakuman at all, so rest in peace, Tiger Trigger. Blinding Ray though, what does Blinding Ray allow you to do that it just allows you to just not give your opponent as much memory as you normally would give them, so you can still make powerful plays while making everything just that little bit cheaper? That's gotta be some kind of what it is, right? It's got no security effects. You're only using this thing on your turn for 2. I mean, I guess it's a clutch card. When it comes up, it's really good, and you just kind of have the space for it. So that's what you do, I guess. Yeah. You can also play Deva, the Holy Beast. Great, are cardinal positions for essentially 2 cheaper. Like, if you need to bump yourself up to play this on an allowable memory, makes sense. It makes sense. Oh man, we're just gonna go back to the pie chart, man. It's been a long format, man. It's been a journey. We're almost done. Next week is pre-release. This Friday, this weekend tends to be pre-release, and then we're on to another, and then the official release is the week after that. And so in 3 weeks, oh my god, in 3 weekends from now, we will see our first BT15 regional. Hopefully it's your boy here commentating alongside DigiPanda, but there's plenty of other people trying to do this stuff too, and we got to respect that game as well. Oh man, it's been a great. This has been CoreTCG's May Online Regional Top 16, EggmanEvents.com. I link if you want to look at the decks yourself, everything's there. I might put. I've been getting lazy, not putting the scores, but I've just been lazy, man. I've been tired. Like, share, subscribe. Please like, share, subscribe. See you guys next time. Have a good one.